Oh, there we are. Hello, friends on YouTube. This is your friend Cody, host of the Pillars of Freedom podcast and the 5-day Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge, where I help you find your best fit business opportunity, help you answer the two most important questions as you get started in business. What business should I start? And how do I know that business is right for me? Thank you for joining me on another episode where I go live with you every single day as I learn how to have fun and document my journey and add value to your own. Tonight's episode is called Context Over Content. As many of you guys know, I've made a a promise to really build out this content marketing approach and build out what I call the yellow brick road as I get started in business. Really, this content marketing strategy that will allow my ideal customer, my ideal client, to follow the yellow brick road of my content and lead them to their Emerald City, aka my business. Right? Okay, so um, thank you guys for watching my last video. Honestly, that was a really hard video to make. That last video was do you let yourself have fun? And I'll tell you what, guys, this journey to financial independence as I build my business, and especially with a new approach, learning how to calibrate my expectations has been probably the hardest thing because as I get started, I find it's easy to get started. I find it's very hard to keep going. And that's why I ended up making that video last night. Honestly, trying not to break down and trying not to just call it quits. And I drew the conclusion that I need to have fun and I need a new approach. And it's going to include fun, whatever that looks like. But I think I think about this one thing that the two people I listen to most, at least over podcasts related to marketing, the thing they say the most, and these two people are Russell Brunson, who is co-founder of ClickFunnels, and Gary Vaynerchuk, aka Gary V, who built VaynerMedia, VaynerX, all that. And they're both marketers. One end of the spectrum, Russell Brunson's really direct response marketing, where you can really create, different campaigns that are optimized based on, numeric data and really the idea of like, driving, just direct response from whatever you're iterating. And then on the other hand, Gary V is more of a brand builder. He's like, you know what, shut up, put your head down, for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 years, and just build. And then don't poke your head back up, until you've built an audience. And don't worry about, pushing your content. Just try to, get out there, give value, and don't worry about the results. As far as I can tell. And the two different approaches are very nuanced. But here's one thing that they both agree on, that the context of a platform is more important than the content that you put on it. For example, as you guys have seen my content that I've posted here on YouTube, um, the Pillars of Freedom podcast gems, they are wonderful, episodes that I get to, kind of piecemeal and really take those high impact insights, those value gems, and, plug them in here, for a quick, minute long video. Well, that might be okay, on YouTube, but when it comes to Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, maybe the story is a little bit different. Why is that? I think it's because people engage with those platforms differently. They have a different intent, a different mindset when they go on those platforms, not only to entertain themselves or educate themselves, but really it's like what is it that is unique about that platform that people love? For example, I post those gems on TikTok and they get, great organic reach, 150, 200 people, which is awesome, but the engagement is super low. And that tells me it's while it, the content, that I'm putting out there, it may be put out there by the algorithm. The people are not receiving it with the same context. And what that tells me is that I need to adjust my strategy. And I think a lot of it is because when people go on TikTok, for example, they are looking for, something that's highly entertaining. I don't know. I don't think they go on there to be educated, really. But the key things that I've noticed being on TikTok, the things that do really well are things that are related to sex, severe trauma, pets or animals, babies, and then really funny random stuff. And if your content doesn't exactly fit in those five categories, and I'm sure there are more, then your content is not going to perform well on that platform, because the context is missing, right? Because let's be honest, how many of you guys go on TikTok to listen to long form podcasts? Doesn't happen, right? So what I'm excited about is really bridging the gap now, having fun also, with my content marketing strategy and bringing this idea of it's the context, not the content. And what I'm excited about is digging into each of those platforms, really seeing, okay, what is successful on those platforms, and then designing and creating my content based on what is successful based on the content of each of those platforms. Does that make sense? Raise your hand if that makes sense. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'd love to be able to see your hands. This is not a Zoom meeting, unfortunately, but as we get started now in this, really overcoming the next hurdle of content marketing, one thing I'm excited about is actually having fun with it. After last night's episode, which was very hard, like I mentioned, to produce, um, I'm excited about learning what that context is so I can actually play with it and have fun with it, as opposed to just putting something out there and hoping it does well. Um, Let me see. Oh, my buddy Richard Manson's on here. Peace and respect at Cody James Aiken. Guess who is already subscribed to your channel? Richard, I am doing fantastic, brother. How about you? I know you're already subscribed to my channel, and I appreciate that. I've subscribed to yours too. Man, every time I come onto YouTube, I see your videos pop up. Man, how have you been? I haven't heard from haven't made really the trip down to Santa Fe to come see you in a while. Also, Richard, have you considered posting your YouTube videos or like your audio files from that onto podcast platforms? Because I know as I listen to different podcasts, as I'm at my job, um, I love listening to long form conversation, and especially when it like you get a little bit of debate in there. I'll tell you what, it really helps break up some of that. Um, just like the day to day monotony. For me, it's running machines. But anyway, ooh, finish your stream point and throw a link right here. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I'm signing off. My buddy Richard Manson, he has just been live. If you guys don't know who he is Demolished Doctrine. He is the one who set me free from really my religiosity and what I believe is like almost a manipulative conformance to religious doctrine. And I can think of fewer people who have really influenced my life and really helped me accept the desires of my heart as being okay. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off, guys. I'm going to get back to my buddy Richard here, and I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I look forward to catching up with you all tomorrow evening, and when I go live with you on another episode, try to add value to your journey and document my own. We'll see you tomorrow.